things you haven't done, even fun ones, still take up space in your head. Ahoy and welcome back to another episode of The Captain's Log. Today I wanted to talk about open loops. We often think about open loops as work tasks, but they also include social plans, hobbies, and personal intentions. They are things that you have put off, things that you aspire to do, things that you've planned to do, things that you would like to do, but you haven't actually made the space or the time to do them. Now, I've just had an experience of this, where I've noticed that these open loops, regardless if they're social plans, do take up cognitive space. They take up space in your brain. I recently just made the trip to come and see a very close friend of mine, who I haven't seen in probably 15 years or so, childhood friend. And I've been making the plan to visit my friend for many years, and I've always put it off. I haven't got there. I've always had something else that has come up. And I've noticed that since I've got here and I've made the effort to come and visit my friend, that I feel like this load has lifted, and I've actually closed this loop. So I've noticed that through doing that, I'm like, whoa, okay, wow, this has made me feel very different. What are some other loops that I've got around me that are similar to this that I can go and I can start closing off? So I would like to look at the idea of all open loops, whether they're work or personal. They do drain attention and they create this background noise. It's like this subtle undertone background noise. It's like this little thing that's kind of like slightly tugging or pulling on your attention. Not that you necessarily give it lots of attention, but it's just this thing that's always ever present in there. So what I am committing to right now, as I mentioned, is I'm doing kind of like a loop audit. So I'm looking at all these things. Okay. What are all the things that I have left open, things that I want to do, said that I would do, and I haven't yet started doing them or haven't made the effort or the energy to actually close those loops out in my mind. Things like, for example, visiting South Africa. I haven't been back there since I was 8 years old. I was born in Johannesburg, and that's definitely a loop that I need to close. I need to go and visit my friend in Botswana. I need to get to Lisbon. I need to start learning Portuguese more seriously. Get back to jiu-jitsu. So there's all these little loops there that I need to close. And as I close them, it's going to give me back some more cognitive space. I'm going to feel better about myself because, I'm making the commitment to do things that I said that I would do. So that is a signal that I've noticed. And this is definitely a practice that I'm committing to. And I'm choosing, a loop to close each of these weeks. So I'm already organizing to book my trip to Lisbon. I'm in Europe, so I'm going to make my time and spend my time there, maybe even sign up to do some Portuguese lessons while I'm there. And then I'm going to make my trip over to Africa, to Botswana, go to South Africa, spend some time there, reconnecting with my roots. And I'm noticing that even in the process of going through the planning stages of that, I'm actually feeling a lot better, that I'm actually closing out those loops, making those things reality. Do an audit loop. List all open loops across your life and choose one to close this week. Even a small closure of a loop will bring really big relief. Closing loops is not an indulgence. It's system hygiene, and it restores clarity and leadership capacity. So here are the reflective questions for this week. What loops are you carrying? And remember, these are not just work loops. These are social, these are hobbies, and these are personal intentions. Which are quietly draining you? And which one will you close this week? And that is all for this week's episode of The Captain's Log. Hopefully the noise wasn't too crazy in here. I'm sitting in a little cafe in Luxembourg. And have a think about those reflective questions. Have a think about the loops. If you have any comments about the loops, put those below. Would love to hear about what your loops are. And if you haven't already, do check out the leadership community. We are now 32 members and going strong. We are closing loops. We are even organizing second brain systems. We're building automations. We're simplifying our lives and systemizing our lives, designing lives on purpose together as a crew. And until next week, hold fast.